Okay. So gold has started to come down, but hasn't crossed over yet.
Right.
So
We have
15 is cycling down, hasn't become a trend trade yet. So we're still waiting on this pattern to set up. The question here is, do we wait till the H1 gives a change of direction before we consider these, or is this good enough that this is cycling down and this is in trend?
Yeah, that's good enough. If the 1 hour is cycling down and the 15 is giving you a good pattern, that's good.
Okay. Well, let us see what happens.
And it's like the yen pair is turned around again, back down.
Which one? CAD yen?
Euro yen and pound yen, or trying to turn around, back down.
Yeah. Euro yen's back in trend. 15-minute is trying to get in trend. It's not quite there yet. There's some hesitation. Look at this consolidation right here.
Yeah.
And if you look at the pound yen, same thing. But the pound yen is in trend. It's a new 15-minute bar, 4 minutes old. So if we get it in the middle, it's a possibility that may turn around and go the other way.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for a new 15-minute bar. Now. This gets taken out by this move down on the H1. That will be a confirmation of a trend continuation. If this doesn't get taken down and goes up, then it's a reversal. The euro is weak. Yen is strong. So euro NZD must have come down further. No, it's also dawdling around the previous day low. H1 is probably peaking. Okay, let's keep our eye on gold. What bothers me is that the 5 and 13 have so much of a gap in them that this may not be a strong move down.
Right.
And the 1 minute has given multiple peaks without the price moving.
Yeah, this could be setting up to go long.
Yeah,
The 15 could get into a pattern to the upside.
that's what it looks like, because the daily and weekly are strong to the upside. The 4 hour is the one that's settling down, as you can see.
Yeah.
But even there, the 13 is not following the 5, so could be just a cycle, short cycle back up in this. We look at the 4 hour. That short cycle produced 300 pips, 400 pips. So can't thumb our noses at that.
Right.
People have already seen the video from yesterday.
How many?
2. It could be that they just looked at it, started, and then didn't go through the entire video.
Right.
Metrics is not very good on YouTube.
News come out in 5 minutes.
The US news, yeah. Probably
Just-
have more impact on gold than anything else that the EU says.
It's funny, they raised interest rate for the euro, right?
Hmm?
They raised the interest rate, but the
Euro
euro's not getting
dropped.
strong. I think they're setting up for a long.
Yeah, man, look at the euro, it's the weakest.
Right.
Euro NZD should be dropping now since the euro. Look at that. I got out and then it dropped 36 pips after I got out. I'm like, okay. I got out because I was walking away from my desk. I'm like, okay, not very good. Because this thing was still saying it's above 80. And it's a strong move down on the 4 hour.
I only see the gold. I'm not seeing.
You not see my Euro NZD?
Just gold.
Your screen's frozen. You don't see my mouse moving around?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, your screen's frozen.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
I see your mouse moving.
You see my mouse moving? Okay, so there's a slight delay in your reception. All right.
Yeah,
Are you using satellite or Fios?
it's satellite.
Yeah, okay. Probably cloudy somewhere. Like yesterday, it rained like anything here. All right, looks like the 1 hour is, turning down. So it's probably just waiting for the news. This doesn't seem to be much variation between last month and what is expected this month. Because the labor costs have gone up. Productivity is down. I don't know how much of an impact those two will have. Well, the jobless claims seem to be the same number, not much difference. I'm going to drop it down to the 5 minute because that's where we should be trading. Waiting for the 1 minute to recycle. 15 minute hasn't come to trend yet. Swiss yen has started to move down. Euro NZD, Swiss yen. Those seem to be the two currencies. Gold is a mixed bag on the stochastics. So if you look at the Swiss yen, yep, dropped. I don't know why the Swiss yen dropped, but didn't take the low out. So, and this stochastic is lower than this stochastic. It's almost the same here. And the daily is flipping between blue and red. Looks like the daily is also daily is cycling down. 4 hours strong, and the 1 hour cycling down. 15 minutes is trend. 5 is trend. The trade will be when the 1 minute cycles down. But we're not looking at the Swiss yen. Maybe we're following the. All right, news is out.
All right.
And initial jobless claims is 242 versus 240. Labor costs are higher, 6.3% versus 5.5. Non-farm productivity is lower, minus 2.7 versus minus 1.8. And I don't know if that's good or bad. A high reading, so this is bearish on the dollar.
It's probably going to get strong.
All right, it's time to go into gold.
15
15 minutes, unless you want to wait till the 8:45.
it's like it's. We have to wait till the next 5 minute.
Yeah, the 1 minute is cycled into trend. We're just going to take a test trade. It's probably going to cycle back up against me and then come down. A minute and a half left in this 5-minute bar.
It's funny because your goal is moving down, but mine was moving up. What the hell? It's a hell of a delay.
Yeah,
I don't know who's right.
you're probably right. You're a faster broker than I do. What's the price on your gold?
It's 2036, 2035.
Yeah, that's where I am. 2035.90.
Yeah, but I also don't see your screen moving anymore.
Oh,
I was probably seeing the delay reaction. That's what.
yeah. All right, new 5-minute bar. 1 minute is cycling back up.
All right, let's see if it sets up to go short again, or is this the starting of a reversal? Oh, it's gonna do the same crap it pulled yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Fake like it was going short and then set up to go long.
Yep. And the 4 hours undecided right now. So
Yeah, but the 15 is still moving strong. The
yeah,
13
5.
cross.
The 5 is coming into trend. The 60 is just crossing the 50.
So you might be able to get some. I would like to see this go back down to yesterday's low, if it can make it back down there.
It would be
That'd be a nice ride.
all the way over here.
Hmm.
Yeah. One can only hope.
I mean, because you had that big spike in the opening today.
Yeah.
And it brought it right back down.
It's covered the gap.
Yeah. We'll see. You probably get better trades later on too. Anyway, more stable.
Yeah. Don't forget the 8:45. There's the conference on the rate increase for the EU. So
Oh, okay. So that's
that
probably what
will,
they're waiting for.
yeah,
You
that'll have
you
an
were probably
impact for sure. Then it's just going to go back and forth. H1 is also turning over, so that's a good sign.
Mhm.
Of course, if it doesn't take this low out, it'll be a 1, 2, 3 to the upside.
Right.
This is why people don't trade before 10 a.m. Get all the news out of the way. Come on, 1 minute cycle. I mean, you have to wait another 6 minutes for this to sort itself out. Look at the other pairs. And this is not looking good. I mean, the 1 minute needs to cycle. It's giving a change of direction. This is dangerous. So, can concentrate on that. Don't like this candle. Funny part is the 15-minute, 1 hour moving now, the 5 and the 1 are recycling.
Yeah, so it means you have to wait for the 5 and 1 to get back into
sync. Yeah, because even the 4 hours recycling are cycling down. There we go. 1 minute turnover. Will it be enough to turn the 5?
No, not yet. Not yet. I think it's gonna be waiting for the news too.
Make a decision. Yeah, one's turning back up. Is my screen moving again or no? Are you not even looking at it?
It stopped.
Okay.
It stopped at 30 minus 32 pips.
Yeah, it's hovering around there anyway, so not missing much. All right, 2 minutes for the press conference. I mean, these bankers already know what they're going to say. So This is just flushing the retail traders out. All right, another minute for the conference. Looks like John is not joining us today.
Yeah, he might got stuck. Oh, he made his pips already. So
True.
he made good pips today.
Probably taking care of his mother.
Yeah.
Minus 42. Is this a head fake or a
No.
new 15-minute bar? Previous bar ended in a doji. Wunderbar.
Well, the good thing of the 15 is flattening out.
Mhm.
So there's a good chance that we might get it short. So once this 5 minutes starts to cycle down.
Let's see what they have to say. The conference has started, I guess. Two of them are speaking. Is the Lagarde and the German economic minister, both speaking at the same time. All right, once 1 minute took a dip, starting the 5-minute over. Come on, baby. You can do it. It broke the inside bar rectangle on the 15-minute. Now it's forming another inside bar. The doji being the master candle. So if it doesn't break the low, we're going to be in trouble. I mean, this could be just waiting for NFP tomorrow. You're not trading tomorrow, right?
I might be. I might. After the news, I guess.
Hmm. Come on, come on. Ten minutes to the new hour. It seems like anytime I'm in gold, it doesn't move. When you guys are in gold, it moves like 100 pips. That's the curse.
Is it timing, man? Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be patient, I guess.
Like John made 100 pips over here. I'm like, okay. I don't know if he's following the system. I think he's following his gut, like you said. But his gut works better than most of us.
All right. Yeah, this thing could be.
I think this is setting up for a reversal.
Yeah. The next hour will
Yeah.
will give us a better view. Any more news coming out? Press conference, CAD, and CAD speaks.
Yeah, the whatchamacallits are all speaking, right? So, and then there's RBA monetary statement. That's the Australian tonight at 9:30 Eastern. And there's a bunch of there's no news tomorrow except for NFP. Was retail sales for Europe, but main news is the NFP. For both Canada and the US at the same time. All right. The government should roll back energy support efforts. Manufacturing prospects are worsening. The euro must be really dropping.
Yeah, well, the euro yen is just stuck right there. Hasn't moved much.
Yeah, but euro NZD has dropped 30 pips.
Okay, let's see.
Euro US took a dump. Euro Aussie. Yeah, all of the euros moved down quite a bit.
Yeah, that was a nice one on the Euro US.
Yeah. Euro Swiss is the only one that didn't move. Or the Euro Pound. Euro Pound took a dump. Most of the Euro pairs, just went straight down. Should have stayed in my Euro New Zealand. It's fallen like 50 pips from where I got out. All right, back to gold. Gold is still setting up. 15-minute is in trend, 5-minute is in trend now. And the 1-minute obviously is just cycling back into trend. And as you can see, I'm down 16 pips, 19 pips instead of the 40 I was down before. So, like you said, in another 5 minutes, when you get a new 1-hour bar, that'll be the true test of whether it's actually falling or not. Holy cow. The Euro New Zealand just dropped another 10 pips. I'll stop looking at it, otherwise I'm going to go mad. I'm looking on my Fitmo platform. I mean, the Euro NZD was set up very nicely with the 4-hour in a change of direction, setting up the trend to go down.
Right.
And that was the only pair that was set up that way today. And it proved out. I mean, I got out with I think 30 pips, 20 pips. Has moved on 60 from there. Going to be a nice 80 pip trade, 40 lots. Give me something like $18,000 to $20,000. But then because there's 40 lots, I didn't have the gut to stay in. I'm over trading there. Come on, come on. You can do it. Yeah, 1 minute is cycling back up. 1 minute is not sustaining any trend.
Mm-mm.
Neither is a 5-minute for that matter. Higher pay growth or profit margins could increase inflation. They really don't want people to make money. Outlook for inflation still offers substantial upside risks. Bank lending may continue to decline, as if that's not lending to inflation. All right, new hour. Let's see.
Hour and 15.
15 is turning up.
It's turning up.
Interesting that the 1 hour is getting into trend, but the 15 is dawdling. And see the 1 hour going below the 50. The 1 minute is going up. This is so screwed up. That's the battleground right there. Take a quick look at the other pairs.
Yeah.
At yen, you're expecting it to go short, but it seems to have turned around. And you have to wait for a recycle for a trade. EC, EuroCAD. EuroCAD just took a dump, right? Everything went down.
Mm-hmm.
Euro yen didn't move much, but it did go down. So it turned over. Euro NZD, we already know. Even though that wasn't on our list. So euro yen dollar, it was going up, expecting it to go long, it went to the pivot and then dumped. Pound Aussie, was a sell. It hasn't done anything. Pound CAD was a sell, maybe, and it did go down. Not too far. Pound Swissy, still in a box here. All right, pound yen, nothing. Pound dollar, nothing substantial. It's the daily is going up, the 4 hours is trying to cycle up. But till it cycles up, there's no pattern here. Pattern here is the change of direction, which is what's following right now. New Zealand yen. 4 hour going up, 1 hour peaking. 15-minute, everything's at the top. So we're still waiting on the turnaround. New Zealand dollar. Up, peaked. So it's looking for a cycle on the 1 hour for it to continue its journey. US, Swiss, Swissy turnaround. So if the dollar is getting strong, why is it gold falling? Falling. Interesting. USD yen also went up. Nothing substantial. And we already know about gold. So it looks like a blah announcement, right? So tomorrow will be the major move. So it's setting up a consolidation pattern today. The bigger box is around here. Bigger ranges is. So we got a range within a range. What do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna have to break out of one of those two areas.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, if you're looking at the market makers, this is the consolidation, so it may just go this way. And the price peak is over here, so the expectation is that it'll go further down, but expectations don't matter. The daily and the weekly are both strong to the upside, though the daily may be peaking.
right. That could have been the high of the week.
Yeah. Well, the week is almost over. Oh, man. Only reason I'm not getting out is because of 4 hours cycling and the 1 hour is giving a change of direction. So overall should be a bearish trade. But the 1 minute cannot sustain trend. It just keeps going up and down, change of direction, change of direction, change of direction. So it really has no direction on the 1 minute. And the 5 minutes basically doing the same thing, it's just over a longer period. I'll take a quick look at the index, US 30. No joy today. Sideways market. Oh well. Can't have everything. This is the oil market. Come on. Go dump and then sideways. How's silver doing? Nothing. So yesterday was a trending day, so today is a trading day, meaning ranging market. And tomorrow, hopefully, will be a trending day because of the NFP.
Okay, let's see.
What are you thinking?
No, I'm just looking at gold to see if this is going to be a move or not.
Oh,
15 need to finish strong to the downside.
and we're almost 5 minutes for that. I mean, ideally speaking, it needs to break this 2 ball to the downside.
Right.
And then break this 3 ball and get to the pivot here. And that will give 100 pips from where it is now. Should be a good trade if that happens. It is forming a bearish candle with the wick at the top. May finally be making its move. Come on. You know, the 2 days we've traded gold, we've had no movement in it at the time we were trading. Amazing. The 15-minute has flattened out again. Strong. 5-minute has gone back into trend. 60 is turning down. And the 1 minute is steadily going into a trend, even after all those change of directions. The 4 hour cycling, the daily could be peaking. It's turning down a little bit. Weekly will take forever anyway. So it's definitely a lower time frame trade. Are you in the Houston area or Dallas?
No, I'm near the Houston area.
Anywhere near Galveston?
What'd you say?
Are you not? You're not near Galveston. You're near Houston proper, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I used to go to Galveston quite a bit when I was with Bechtel engineering firm. We started the thermal power plant there. I was the one who was doing the 100-hour test. This was back in the 80s.
Oh wow. Yeah, Galveston. You would figure you had some nice water, but that water's nasty.
Well, I was there in
Yeah.
August, and it was actually pleasant at that time. You know,
hmm
uh, we didn't have the bad weather. I think the bad weather was over by then. But it was like we were working in 12-hour shifts. So you know, there were 2 teams, each taking 12 hours, and bunch of readings and calculations just to make sure that the plant would be working properly. You know, for 100 hours continuously. It was grueling, staying in a motel, working. I was in the midnight shift, of course, because I was the youngest one.
And for how long did you do that?
I mean, it was 4 days, right? 100 hours.
About 4 days.
It was a brand new plant that was set up by Bechtel, and we had to do the initial startup, which starts off with a 100-hour test, because that shakes out all the issues.
What kind of plant it was?
A thermal power plant.
Thermal power. Okay.
But everybody was converting from nuclear to the renewable energies kind of thing, because of the 3 Mile Island incident in '78.
Yeah.
I started working off on the Diablo Canyon, which is in Toledo, Ohio, the nuclear power plant. We had to refit that for all the different seismic events and things like that, and upgrade the turbines so that, you know, the backup system won't fail.
Yeah.
And then I was put on this before I left. Got my electrical engineering degree and I left. Of course, never worked as an electrical engineer. Went straight into computers. After all these years, I think, why did I waste my money becoming an electrical engineer? I was never going to work in that field.
Yeah, I'd be surprised how often that happens.
Well, originally, you know, I was trying to go work for NASA, you know, so I have a chemical and an electrical.
Mhm.
And I was thinking that, you know, that would be good doing some research on the on their stuff. But their application form, the SF-171, was like 20 pages long and repetitive, and it was so confusing. There was a government form to apply for a job. I said, forget it. I'll go to private sector. They didn't have to do all that crap. But the NASA was only like 3 or 4 miles from my house. It would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Would have had a nice pension and retirement and all that, but gave up all that, but then they didn't want to fill out the paperwork. All right, so it came to the bottom, tested it, and bounced back into the box.
All right. Let's see what happens when this 1 minute cycles back down.
Yeah.
If it cycles, come on.
It might. And the 15 is still strong.
Yeah.
5 is getting to be strong. 1 hour and 4 hour both cycling. But I mean, it's a 4 hour cycle, which means it's going to do one of these things, right? So the 13 is not following the 5 at all.
All right. So it's gonna be a rough ride down.
Yeah.
The equity market opens in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That should give it a push.
I mean, gold is on the futures market, right? And futures market opens at 7:30, between 7:30 and 8. So whatever push it needed, it should have gotten at that point, but it didn't do anything because it was waiting on the news. There we go. 1 minute cycling down. Let's see. Hopefully it'll break that 2 ball. That price is 2033.68. It's only about 5 pips away. Yeah. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Took out the 2 ball. And the 3 ball is at, oh God, 30 pips away. Come on, you can give me the 30 pips. After all this time, you keep it 30 pips.
All right, consolidated enough, huh?
Yeah. It's getting back in the box. Took the 2 ball out and it's back in the box.
Yeah, a lot of times it pulls back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it pushes hard again and pulls back, push hard again.
Yeah, it was doing a lot of that this morning, believe me. Finally got out of the yoke and I said, this is not going anywhere. It kept going 10 pips up, 13 pips up, and then back to 0. I said, forget it. So I took my 10 pips and thank God I did. This low is 07, 7 pips away. Come on, come on. You can do it.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hey, John.
Yeah, how's it going, John?
You
Oh,
missed
yeah.
all the good parts, buddy.
That's me all over. Which one are you looking at, Gold? Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah.
You're looking for a short?
I'm already in a short.
Okay.
I don't know if Santiago took a short or not, but
Yeah, I'm in the short.
this was the master candle concept, where a big candle with all the other candles inside that the length. So that's the breakout trade kind of pattern, and then this is the consolidation region. So there are two regions that it needs to break. If it breaks this, then it should go. Right now, it's having a tough time breaking this box.
Okay. Well, I just entered it, and needless to say, it turned back up immediately. So
Yeah,
sorry about it.
yeah. I mean, if you were going to get in, you should have waited for the 1 minute to cycle.
Yeah, I should have done. Yeah. I just got here. I wasn't thinking straight.
Yeah, you taking care of your mother.
Yeah. I have a lot of issues to deal with this morning, and I just got back, so it took much longer. And yeah, we're back trading now. We won't bore you with all the details,
It's okay.
or burden you either. Okay,
Yeah.
we're good. So the 4 hour is starting to cycle down.
Yeah, see, the 13 is not following the 5, so I'm expecting something like this.
The what is not following the 5?
The white line. It's not following the green line. If it was a good trend down, then these two would be coming down together, or not that far apart.
Right.
So, but the 1 hour is in, giving a change of direction. 15-minute is strong.
Yeah.
It's just the 1 minute can't sustain a trend, and that's why it's going back and forth.
Okay. Oh my God.
Who's D Windows? ECB's D Windows. Is that another one of your buddies? Like Lagarde?
Sorry?
ECP's D Windows.
Oh, he must be on the council.
Yeah, he says Europe's banking industry has outperformed that of the United States. Woohoo!
Euro bank industry as well?
Outperformed the United States.
That wouldn't be hard, would it?
We have like 15 banks that are failing. What do you think?
There's 154 banks in the United States under serious risk of going bankrupt.
Yeah. You wonder why.
I'll tell you why.
What the heck were they doing?
2 reasons.
Huh?
2 reasons. One, the interest rates went up, negating their bond purchases. And secondly, they're way over leveraged in derivatives trading.
That's what I mean. They should have anticipated the interest rates going up. The Fed tells them everything before they tell the public.
Of course they do, yeah.
So they couldn't balance the sheets before that?
Well, go a step beyond that. Like if the Fed really wanted these banks, how can I put it? The Fed have set up a safe haven for these big mega rich people that have big stakes in these banks, but they do it in a way that costs these people nothing. So we pay for it.
Right. This is a transfer of power. This is happening right before our eyes.
It's not just a
transfer of cash.
No, you're right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's a transfer of power, not just a transfer of wealth.
Yeah.
They've put everybody to the test with the COVID.
Yes.
And like sheep to the slaughter.
Yeah.
Everybody, they terrified the life out of them. How did the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? Wrong question. Correct question. How do the rich get the poor to give them more money?
Yeah.
They terrify him.
Well, Trump did his part, right? He lowered the interest rates for them,
It's all,
or
you know,
the tax rates, I should say.
it's all, you know, these presidential people, they're nothing. They're just mouthpieces. They're just there for a smoke screen. They're there for a,
No, they only do what their backers, the rich backers, tell them to do.
They're, you know, it's, you know, it's all a lot of, you know what.
Useless POSs.
All right. This goal is starting to turn down a small bit now.
Yeah, I'm still fighting that box, the bottom of that box.
Right. So I got a 1 minute recycle. 5 is still going. That's fresh under 1.
Yeah, still 22 pips away from this bottom of this rectangle, bigger one.
Yeah.
So it'll put you to sleep and then move. That's what it's been doing.
Yeah.
You get your eye off of it, it's gone.
Yeah. That's what happened on the Euro New Zealand for me. I shouldn't regret. I made my money on that, so I shouldn't regret getting out.
Look, this is so typical of non-farm week. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable, you know. We had the Fed FOMC interest rate. We've had the euro rate. Ultimately, it's done nothing since yesterday on the pound US.
Correct.
On the euro US, probably the same, pretty much. Yeah. What's gold doing since yesterday? Didn't do a whole lot.
Well, it spiked when the market was closed.
Yeah.
When the spreads were high, they spiked it so they could get their orders in.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah.
And then they brought it up. I mean, we couldn't trade over here. I mean, FITMO wouldn't let you trade over here.
No. Okay.
Lagarde lifts euro with explicit hawkish comments. Downing Dove, more to come. So did the euro go up again?
They put up the interest rate by 0.25%.
I know, but the euro took a dump when they did that. And now she's saying that he's putting out some hawkish comments. Oh yeah, it retraces.
Doesn't matter what she says. The market will interpret it, whatever. The rate hike was known about long before, and it was already priced in.
All right.
They bumped it up over the last few days. Just did the previous high on the daily and on the weekly.
Right.
And as did their usual weaken it past the high. And now they're bringing it back down. So we'll see.
Still testing the bottom of that box. Jesus, man, come on. How many times are you going to do that? Look at this. There's no sustained trend on the 1 minute. It just keeps going up and down. I don't know how you guys trade gold.
Jeez, if you catch gold on a good move, you will make a lot of pips very quickly.
Yeah, but how often do you do that?
Well, if with this system here, if like we're looking at it now, and especially with what you have there in front of you. Well, until I just find you again. With this new setup that you have with both sets of stochastics in play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this wasn't, you know, a day before non-farm, you'd find a way better.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this keeps changing directions.
Yeah.
There's no solid trend. Let's see. Like this is a good trend right here, and a good trend here. You don't have that today or yesterday or today. This keeps going back and forth, back and forth. And even when it gives you a trend, the price doesn't move. Even the long-term trend, it was only for short period, then it dropped. It's just, look at that. I was up 30 pips and I'm only up 5. It's back inside the box.
Was that a new all-time high for the gold, or did it?
I don't know.
If you look at the monthly,
No, the high. Yeah, it was an all-time high. Took out this high. Triple top.
Oh yeah. When that monthly turnaround is gonna drop big time.
Oh yeah. It's gonna drive it all the way, at least to here. Or even here. And
which signifies that the dollar is going to get much stronger then.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's 3,400 pips.
Down to where?
Yeah.
Well, 3,400 times.
Yeah.
You're trading 100. That's 300, 3,000. That's 350 grand for you, the way you trade, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's without add-ons.
yes. Well, it'll take a few months to get there.
Oh, well. Could always
A
go.
couple of weeks or whatever, right?
You could always go off on holidays while it's happening. Come back and have all that money ready.
It'll have to be my own money, not the Fitmo money. Fitmo won't let me trade that way.
You know.
And I'm back to -5. Just pulling the 5-minute up, pulling the 15 up. So it'll be a deeper retrace. Didn't take the 3 ball out, even with this strong move to the 15 minutes. So
That's in a range. It's in a range on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's in a range on the 4 hour.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Actually, that on the 4 hour, that's looking ever. So like a pennant, a symmetric pennant on the 4 hour.
yeah, I'm gonna close this trade. Let it do its retrace, then I'll come back into it.
Yeah. Just that was quick as usual.
I think the true move is going to come tomorrow after NFP.
Yeah.
Till then, we are biding our time.
See the monthly cycles gives you your high and low of the year.
Yeah.
So we're getting near a high of the year. Once it starts to turn around, it's just gonna go down to find the low of the year.
This is what it did last year. This is what it did the year before, or the year
Yeah.
before that. 2 years
Well,
ago.
the year before it had, since it was in a range, it did it
Yeah,
twice.
yeah, I see it. 2000 and
That's 22, 21, right?
yeah.
And then between 19 and 20, it just went straight up. There was no retracement, no major retracement on the monthly.
Okay.
Of course, this is a major retracement. Yeah. The 5 and 12 kept you in the trade.
That treble top on the monthly is on the money. It's right on the money, isn't it?
Yeah.
There, right there.
Yeah. What does the weekly look like? Triple top.
I see what they're doing now.
Right. This is a range on the weekly, right?
I see what they're doing now.
It's a huge range, but it's a range. Should come down to here. And that will be 3,800 pips.
Right.
So we have to wait for the weekly to finish cycling up.
Correct. Correct. And that may be because it's dropping back like this here.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that this was a peak. This hasn't peaked yet.
Right.
So it could still go further up and then come down.
Right.
Anyway, that's maybe a couple more weeks of bullish movement.
Or it could just not go anywhere and peak.
Correct.
Then you know it's getting ready to turn around.
We are getting into the summer months, which is low volatility.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot that. Good point. Good point.
Middle of May, which is another week.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
Schools will be closing, bankers will be taking off.
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
And we have 3 months of
May, June, July. It comes back middle of August. Yeah, end of August.
end of August.
Yeah. Okay.
When schools reopen, right? So it'd be prudent to trade with lower lots during the summer
Yes.
if you have the patience and do not get greedy, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. 100%.
And look at this. Did you get out, Santiago, from your trade?
Yeah, I got up.
Okay. When did you get out? When it started to pull up?
Yeah.
Okay. Funny part is the price is moving up, but the long term, the daily is still bearish. 4 hours flipping between long and short. But the daily is saying, nah, I don't think so.
Oh,
And now the daily is flipping.
spoke too soon.
Those dailies up here, it's trying to peak, but hasn't found a peak. If we look at the daily chart, and really started to come down. Now the 4 hour, see the 4 hours isn't giving us a change of direction to confirm that peak, but look at that candle right there.
Yeah, that's that
That's the spike, the
right
day
up
end spike.
They didn't even get a chance for people to get in up there,
correct.
and they just brought it down. So I doubt it if it's gonna retouch, go back up there.
Now, it may go somewhere in the middle. You know, even if it dawdles for it to complete uh, the daily weekly peak, right? It may just stay within this bar, do an inside bar, like I said, not go anywhere, and then peak it out, and then drop. So, do you really want to trade this for the next 2 weeks, knowing that it has a limited range?
If we can get into a good range with 100 pip more range, I
Well,
don't mind.
yeah, I mean, this is 400 pips, right? 350 pips. So let's say that the weekly is doing this and the daily is up here. You really need a daily recycle to take a trade long. You could argue that the dailies stay in here, right? And that means this will turn around and give you another chance, which is what I was saying, that you may get a recycle here to go long again. And that means the daily will not peak. It'll just stay strong.
Yeah.
So the 4 hour is going to give you a clue as to what you should do for, in the future. Now, ideally, if you're really thinking about the long term, we should say we're not trading this till we get a peak here to go back up, or we get a change of direction to go down, or the 13 comes out over here and you start to cycle. But we're trying to trade, and this is what happened on the EuroCAD this morning, that it was trying to come out, but the 13 wasn't following, and it went nowhere. If you look at the EuroCAD,
15 just gave a change in direction up
upside,
to the upside.
there you go. Look at that, it spiked, went over to the top side. Now it's going to threaten the top, this 2 ball here. It's a good thing you got out. Otherwise, I would have been sitting here looking at a 80 pip loss. But what I'm saying is, if we look at it from that point of view, right?
Right.
We look at the weekly and say, okay, this is cycling up. What is the daily doing? And then what is the 4 hour doing? And formulate a plan as to what we are waiting on, and see which one is ready, and trade that way. I think we'll be better off. I don't know if you. I mean, this is clearly a long trade. This is a long trade. We're just waiting for the 4 hour, and the 4 hour is already turning up. So it could be 3 hours, real long. That's maybe too long for some of us to wait, but really we have to wait till 1 p.m.
Yeah, you just
my
have
time.
to, as long as your 15 stays in a pattern, you could trade that in that direction.
Yeah, I'm talking about the overall direction.
Oh,
Right. So if you're doing the 15, you're really following the H1, and the H1 has turned up, right? It's about to give you a change of direction also.
Right.
No, I mean, sorry, a trend trade. And if that gives you a trend trade, trend trade, and the 15, also gets into trend, which is not right now. So that will give you a trade to the long side on the 15-minute chart, or you can say the 15 minutes is in the change of direction. We go to the 5 and 1 minute trade, right?
right.
So if I look at the 1 minute chart, I had a trade going long, 80 pips. which we don't trade. We don't trade the 5 minute. On the 5 minute also gave me a long trade right there. And that was 65 pips. So it all depends on the style of trader you want to be. You want to be a long-term swing, short-term swing, or a scalper. Once you define what you're going to be, then you can choose your trend time frame as well as trading time frame. Or it's actually set for you, but you know.
Yeah.
So in this group, well, what are we aspiring to do? Are we aspiring to be scalpers, short-term swings, or long-term swings?
I won't be playing the long term, that's for sure, not on a proper count.
Okay. Santiago?
I say I'm more of a hybrid, so whatever opportunity is given is what
Well,
I take
I
advantage
mean,
of.
think about it. If it's giving you a long-term trade, it's going to give you a short-term
A scalp.
swing.
Yeah, it's going to give you everything in between. So
Correct. So,
it's up to you at that point to decide how you want to trade it.
right. But I'm saying for our analysis purposes, right, on a daily basis. I know how we are doing it.
When I be coming into my computer to start trading in the mornings,
Mhm.
I'll be going top down and taking it from there.
Okay, what is your top down?
4 hour down, 4 hour daily. Daily, I'll always check the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and take it down.
And what are you checking?
I'm going to be checking for turnarounds in the stocks. Like, for instance, if I come in now, I'll be looking at gold on the 4 hour. I'm expecting this to go down on the 4 hour, but on the daily, it hasn't given me. You know, it looked like it was turning down already, and then it went back up this last few days, and now it's looking like it, you know, topping out given where it's at price wise.
What do you mean by turning down? Is this a turn down?
What do you mean? What do I mean by turning down?
Is this a turn down for you? Is this a turn down for you?
That is starting to turn down.
Huh? That starts.
Your stochastic is starting to turn down there, right? Where you just pointed out.
Okay.
Not there, further to the right.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to define what.
Yeah, if you draw a line on that, a vertical line on that, and take that down. There.
Actually came down over here, right?
Okay. Take it back to the 1 hour.
How far did I go? It's 3 more days. Okay. So let's grab that. Yep. Go back to the 1 hour. Okay, here's the 1 hour. Then what do you do?
So now there's no trade there to the short side, but I know it's turning. Okay. So I wait for a confirmation on the 1 hour, and it goes over to the right hand side. There you go.
So you don't wait for the white line to pass.
I'm only telling you what I look at now. I want to fine tune that entry now. So then I go down to the 5 minutes.
I don't have data.
Okay, all right, not to worry, but you see where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Gold is probably the wrong one to be looking at in that regard. So,
well, it's just an example. It doesn't matter what currency you're looking at, right? Just an example.
Okay.
So let's do this. Let's look at it closer. Say this one here, right?
Yeah.
Where it's turning up. You go to the H1, and H1 is already turning up, right?
Yep.
For you. You're not waiting for the 13 to come out. You're just looking at the 5, correct?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't have. I'm only going off the stochastics as they appear on your screen, right?
Yeah, I'm just talking about these stochastics here.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
The 5 has turned up, but the 13 is still down here. So really, the turn up on the 1 hour happens over here, right there, right? Okay. But that's a peak. So the recycle happens here, right?
Yeah.
And then you go down to the 5. Hopefully I have data for this. Yeah, okay. And the 5 gives you a trade right there, next bar. No, that's a peak. So here's the trade right there. And then you take your entry, you take your stop loss, and where are you following the trade? What time frame?
I'll be looking at the 5, the 15, and the 1 hour.
And what are you looking for?
A turning point to see what the stochastics are doing,
Okay,
and also
so
looking for a yellow ball.
we came from the H1 time frame.
But what I'll be doing as well when I'm looking at something like that is I'll be looking at the target based on the what you call them, the pivot points.
Which target would you use? This one?
Nearest one.
Yeah, so your entry is here, so this will be the target.
Yeah.
80 pips.
Yeah, happy days.
Okay.
And that's what I'm looking at. I know that it's going to go there. It pretty much always does. Okay, you get the odd time that it's just a fake out, but most of the time that's what it does.
Okay. Okay.
That's how I can get 50, 60 pips out of a trade.
Yeah, so this morning when you got your 100 pips, you were over here, right?
Mm-hmm. I had 3 trades on gold.
Right. You look at the daily, and daily is long. You look at the H1, and the H1 is cycling down.
Yeah, yeah.
So now the daily and H1 are not in sync, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking for a short on the 5-minute because the H1 is turning down.
Yep.
And the H4 was turning down too, so probably
Yeah.
H4 and 1.
Right. So there's your entry, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you took 3 trades of this, right? And you got
Yeah.
out somewhere here.
Yeah, I'll give you the exact times. On the market watch was 8:28.
828 would be somewhere in here. 850, 828. Yeah, somewhere in between these 2 bars.
8:28, 8:54.
828, 854 would be here. Right here.
And then the last one was 9:04.
Yeah, it's the bar after. So this one.
Yeah.
Now, trying to understand, I understand this entry. Trying to understand this entry. This entry also I understand. I don't understand this entry. This one here.
Yeah.
This one here was when it was rising. So I don't know why you took that entry.
Okay, well, maybe it turned around in the space of a minute and went back up again.
Oh, we didn't wait for the bar to close. Okay, got it. Yeah, and then you got out over here somewhere.
Yeah, I got in at 8:54.20, so I didn't wait. I should have waited till the end of that bar.
When did
Who
you?
knows? But look at the way I look at that is that I'm trading gold. I have to allow it to breathe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And my target, and this was why it hit. My target, I think, was the previous day low. Yeah, previous day high. I beg your pardon.
Oh, you were already there, but okay. I mean, if you took the target as your.
That was my target, and that's what it hit. I put my.
That would have been 200 pips.
No, well, it would.
But he went out over here,
Sorry.
This is where he took the target, previous day high.
Yeah. Just
So
above.
that was your 100 pips.
Yeah, just above it.
Yeah. Okay.
2 trades for about 25 each and 1 for 50, roughly speaking.
Okay. All right. Gold is out of whack, so there's no trade on this.
Gold is always out of whack at the moment.
Yeah,
But you watch gold when the what you call is released tomorrow, the non-farm.
yeah,
Let it settle. It'll probably go about 100 to 200 pips in one direction before it turns and goes in the direction it really wants to go.
well, non-farm payroll comes out at 8:30. Won't be trading before 8:45. Let the market settle.
Yeah.
If I do trade,
I'm not trading non-farm. I mean, I'll come in the morning for the London session like I do normally, right?
right,
I'll be staying for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours max, but that'll be
Right.
max, right?
yeah,
And then I'm not going to sit in front of the computer. No, I've stopped doing that on non-farm. Not a hope.
okay. So that's regardless of whether your mother's here or not. That's your routine.
Yeah, that's my routine. Yeah.
Okay,
And then I tried to get back then for this session with you guys.
Mhm.
And then depending on how the trading has gone for a couple of hours in the morning, I don't want to be sitting in front of the computer like I used to be for
Right.
hours on end, especially during the winter month. We have long days now. We've got the good weather is supposed to be on the way, and
right,
temperature's going up. We can start turning off some of the heating and reduce the bills, and so let's get out and enjoy ourselves somewhere.
yeah. I mean, the key today was that you saw the 1 hour peak.
Yeah.
And then you took your trade short.
Yeah.
Even though you don't probably had a ball on the 5 minute.
I wasn't really looking
Yeah,
at.
there was a
I have them on. I look at them occasionally. I don't really go by them because on the shorter time frames, I find these balls move all over the place, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about when the ball marries the stochastic, right?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
peak. So that would give you a good indication of where your entry should be. And I should have been here somewhere, which was your first entry anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are listening. You're listening to what we're
I'm
talking
getting
about.
carried away now. I'm listening a bit, like.
Okay. All right. Anything else we want to talk about? It's 10 o'clock here, so
10
it's
o'clock in the
probably
morning, so it's
3 o'clock there. Right.
spot on. Yeah, spot on.
So, I mean, it's a shame that when I'm reporting this, we don't get successful trades. And we'd only been doing it for 2 days, and both days gold has been just wacky.
Well, both days, one was FOMC and the other is the day before
The
non-farm.
ECB rate decision today.
Yeah. So look, like the market didn't do it. Like the ECB, what happened when she announced the interest rate? The euro dropped like a stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though they put up the interest rate.
Yeah.
Then she comes in for a pressy and it comes back up again, right?
Right.
Because she's supposed to have gone hawkish. Okay.
Right.
But if you look at the higher time frame, look at the daily. This interest rate rise was priced in days ago.
Yeah.
And they just keep dropping it and backing it up, dropping it and backing it up, taking out people.
Yeah.
It's infuriating, but it
Insane
is
is
so
what it is.
obvious what they're doing once you grasp what they're at.
Right.
And this is what they're doing. And now they are still within whatever structure they want to be within.
Right.
They're not breaking any structures. They're not fouling up any structures.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the 4 hour, you go, still in the structure. The daily broke structure, and now it's going sideways like it does, consolidating.
Yeah.
Now and look at the weekly. The weekly ever so slightly broke structure.
Yeah.
Now the month. Look at the monthly. Here's your answer. Here's your answer. Your answer is there, in black and white.
Yeah.
There was a trend line on the monthly. It broke it to the upside. It's been going sideways around that for the last couple of months. Well, not a couple of months, a few weeks.
Mm.
Yeah, a couple of months is 4 weeks in a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So now you have a trend there. If you draw your trend line across your yellow balls there, right? A trend line, not a horizontal line, a trend line. from the left to the right. Right? No, go to the middle one. Go to the middle one. Get it right on the middle one. Because you see where it's broken that trend ever so slightly.
Mhm.
It breaks that trend. All the buyers jump on it.
Yeah,
And the next thing they turn it back down again.
right.
Taking them all out. Every one of them out.
Yeah,
And away you go. And they do that on every single time frame.
yeah,
They do it on the monthly, they do it on the 5 minute, they do it on the 1 minute, they do it on all of them, right? So, I mean, you know, if I was a gambling man, and sometimes I wish I was, but I'm not, I would be saying that this is a cracking opportunity to enter short on gold or the gold and the euro US and the pound US.
yeah. I mean, as I was talking to Santiago, the best trades come in when this happens. You know, when the 13 and the 5 cross together,
Okay.
50.
Right.
That's your trade. So, I mean, if they're far apart like this, then there's no momentum. But when they come down,
Well, if you look at gold there, and just exactly what you're talking about, the 13 and the 5 crossed over recently.
yeah, right there,
Right down here, down, go down, down.
down meaning,
No,
yeah,
no, down there.
Yeah.
See where they crossed?
Yeah.
Look where they crossed and look what happened.
yeah, I made it cross the 50, and then
Yeah.
you're just waiting for another peak, and then off you go.
Yeah.
400%. I mean, you wouldn't have been able to get anything out of there, but even if you did till the end of the day,
But you're looking at the 4 hour. But if you look at the daily and the weekly and the monthly, like you're talking about, you have your target. Your target is there and it's so clear. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I mean, like you enter over here, targeted over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 900 and no, what is it? Yeah, 930 pips.
Yeah, well, it got there, it got through it, and then it came back and it tested it, and then it tested it and tested it and came below, and then it tested and then went up.
All right. And then there's a second entry right here.
Yeah, there you go. Right, there you go. There you go.
And there's, if you look at the 3 balls somewhere in here.
Yeah.
On the weekly, that's another 600 pips.
Right.
And after that, give you a second entry, right? When then here was a third entry.
Right.
Or another 600 pips. This was like 3 days.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, I mean, this is what I'm having my son do, right? On the pound dollar.
All right.
I've told him if you see a blue background and you enter over here and you just stay with it, that's 400 pips. Now, it took a month and a half, but 400 pips.
Well, if you were trading one lot, that's $4,000.
4,000, yeah.
And that probably wouldn't be far off a month's salary for a teacher.
No. And you can take an additional lot here, and an additional lot here,
Yeah.
additional lot here. And I mean, this is not much money, but you just, I mean, they're still bullish. There's no turning back on pound dollar yet.
No. And the reason for that is, did it actually hit the 126 mark? No. Did it?
Depends on where you're measuring your fips.
No. Did it price action wise?
Oh,
did it
price
hit?
action wise, okay.
Did it hit 1.26? No.
No, it's 1.257. So this high.
25. I got it up to 1.2593.
Three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it may come down from here.
Yeah.
But more often than not, that if it does, it's a fake out, and
Right.
they bring it back up to the 126, like they will do. They will probably drop this a bit for the rest of today.
Right.
Bring it back up to the 126 tomorrow, and then once the news comes out, bang, off it'll go.
Right.
Or they drop it down, maybe down as far as the weekly pivot, keep dropping it all the way into the non-farm.
Mhm.
Non-farm comes out, they spike it up to 126 and then drop it. You know, it's whatever way they want to play it.
Yeah.
But if I'm around 10, 15 minutes after non-farm tomorrow, and it has gone to 126 and is turning down, I know I'll be jumping on it straight away to go short.
Right.
And that at that point, non-farm, all technicals are out the window on non-farm.
Yeah, I mean, on the 4 hour, the pound dollar is just a mess.
Exactly. So, you know, between now and then, leave the goddamn thing alone.
By the same principle here, here's the entry.
Yeah.
60 pips. Anyway, okay. Are we done?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you.
See you
We'll
next
see you
week.
next week.
Bye.
Right.
Same time, same channel.
Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Talk to you later.